What's up, everybody? My name is Dr. Allison over at Natural Wellness Physiotherapy, and today we're going to talk about youth athletes a little bit. And so it's no secret that youth athletes are training more than ever. We have all these traveling teams that require a lot of time and energy and money, and they're really dedicating a large portion of their lives to training year round in either one particular sport or sometimes multiple sports year round, right? I frequently see athletes come into the clinic that have 2 or 3 practices or training sessions a day. And so with that, we're also seeing a very large increase in the number of youth athletes that are having injuries and training related issues. And so you can walk into, any youth sports camp, those kinds of things, and have those kids raise their hands and ask, how many of you are pain-free right now? Have no injury, no pain that you're dealing with during training? It is a very, very small portion that are going to raise their hand. And so we get the question out, is my kid overtraining? And I think to answer that question, it's kind of complex in there, but there's a component that we need to remember that part of training for performance and training for a sport is not just actual training and the workouts we're doing and the conditioning we're doing. It's also making sure that they are sleeping enough. It's also making sure that they are recovering properly from those training sessions. And it's also making sure that they are eating enough and actually fueling themselves for the training that they're asking their body to do. We're seeing a large increase in something that's called relative energy deficiency in sport, which is basically where these kiddos are starting to have symptoms such as increased fatigue, abnormal periods in our females, increased mental health issues, a large increase in bone injuries, like bone stress injuries, and even muscle injuries as well. And a lot of that comes down to basically not fueling enough for the training that we're doing. We have to remember that our youth athletes are not only needing to consume enough food and fuel to support their growing body, right? They're going through puberty and they are growing and those kinds of things, which requires a higher amount of caloric intake, while also training more than we've ever seen our youth athletes train before. And so it is really important. It can start with simple things like making sure that your kids are eating breakfast and making sure that they're fueling around sport and after sport, even if sometimes they might not have the appetite after they just did a hard workout. We need to refuel their bodies. And so there's a lot that goes into this, but it is becoming increasingly more popular, and we're seeing a lot more injuries that come with it and hormonal imbalances and hormonal issues in these youth athletes. And so if you have any concerns about your child or just have more questions about it, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Dr. Allison with Natural Wellness Physiotherapy.